Welcome back to the Gold Coast of Australia. It's right about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's blazing hot, and the competition is firing up in the lineup. Courtney Conlogue, last year's runner-up in the world, takes on local wild card Isabella Nichols.
You never know, you could come out on top. So,
well, while we were away, Potts, Courtney Conlogue got a big start with that layback jam.
Yeah, beautiful turn there from Courtney Conlogue. I mean, she just watched what Steph Gilmore did. She is fired up. Maybe just a little bit too fired up because she made a mistake right there. But that opening turn, let's have a look here. She's one of the most powerful girls on tour, and this is why. Look how much power she puts into that back foot and just jams the tail, throwing buckets and bucket loads of water up into the sky. She was almost coming out of that turn. The spray was still going up in the air. So Courtney Conlogue, if she can link that kind of stuff with a couple more turns.
Courtney with that power. She punches it out. She'll get a 3-5 for the effort, and now it's Isabella's turn. Nichols with a little fade to set up the open face. Highline wrap for the trials winner. Now going for a float. It's a tough little landing, and she's down. But a lot of times it's dominated by championship tour surfers who try to keep their spot on tour as well, as we look at the replay.
Yeah, look at the conditions. Absolutely perfect right now. That tide's starting to go out a little bit more. So Isabella going for broke on that last turn. She kind of had to. You know, there wasn't really a lot on offer through that midsection of the wave, so she had to do something special at the end there, just pushing a little too hard, a little bit off balance on that last maneuver.
Conlogue's now thought as a seasoned competitor now. She's had a world title race last year. That was her first time she was involved in that. This is Courtney up with a lot of speed. Chips one under the lip with a lot of control. Full wrapping cutback on the second effort. And drills the roundhouse. So 3 solid turns for Conlogue. Staying busy through the inside corner. Little oncoming section to tap, and she's up.
You know, her board's looking good. You know, I talked to her before the event started, and Tim Stamps has been making a lot more squash tails, trying to get her on the squash tails instead of the rounded pins, you know. Trying to get that release. You know, Courtney's got that drive and power, so she doesn't need any more of it. So what Stampy's trying to do is get her on that squash tail to maybe get that little bit of release at the end, get that little bit of slide, and, you know, maybe show that point of difference. Beautiful turn right here. Courtney just gouging those fins into the face of the wave, drawing right back again. So you can see how much power she puts into her surfing. She works tirelessly at keeping herself in physically peak condition, and it shows. I mean, every single wave she catches, she's able to put 110% into it.
One last one. Of course, we ought to ask you, what's your favorite bank?
Super bank. Come on.
Slam dunk. Super bank it is.
Thank you, Pete Bell. What is your favorite bank? There's so many great banks to choose from, and that's why Stephanie Gilmore loves her local lineup here at the Super Bank as we transition back to Isabella Nichols. Already big turn out the back. Beautiful cut back. And now just pacing her way to kick out on the shoulder. Courtney Conlogue has a 6 and a 3.5. Isabella needed a 6.9 there to take the lead.
But what about Isabella Nichols? I mean, that last wave right there, she needs a 6.90. Let's have a look. Good solid size wave. Draws off the bottom. Nice wraparound cut back here, just waiting for it to stand up. Now it hits the bank. Now she unleashes a huge turn right there and draws off the bottom again. Nice turn again. So Isabella Nichols on her way to a great score here. Nice back foot surfing there. You can see just adjusting. Now she hits it. Perfect timing right there. It is so important to get that first turn off. It puts you in such good rhythm for the rest of the wave. Isabella Nichols is really taking it to Courtney Conlogue right now. A 6.90 required. I think it's going to be knocking on the door of that score for sure.
Now score starting to drift in, and now locked in a 7.33 for Isabella Nichols. She does take the lead off Conlogue with 18 minutes to go. Her position is pretty close to the top of the point. She's looking at this one to get the score, and she will commit. Conlogue driving, waiting for her first bottom turn, and a highline carve. She's already close to the score. She just sets that rail, and it's a nice clean rebound. Full rail work off the top again, and Conlogue will see herself in the lead as she wraps this inside corner. Looking to change it up on the inside. It's not giving her too much, but she'll hang in there. Now Conlogue into a better part of the wave. Quick jam off the top, and now it's really starting to run down the line. Hard vertical snap off the lip, and a full wrap with that tail slide combination. Love that she hung in there through the flats to earn that bonus inside wall.
You know, that's where all the hard training comes in, Joe, that last part of the wave right there. That just shows how much effort she put into that wave.
They keep that pace around the corner, and they'll put him back in the lineup. You have to stay real clear of it to make sure that they don't put any wake onto the open face for the next exchange. Let's look at the replay.
Yeah, first turn right there. That's where she connected beautifully with this wave. And then the rest of it from here on was kind of like, you know, waiting for that wave to build up. She could see it was starting to form down. You can see her looking down the line. Okay, just another check turn. Just keep those fins engaged. Keep the momentum. Keep the board moving rail to rail. Now she waits for it. Now she sees that next section starting to stand up. Gets over that flat section. And this is the bonus section we talk about. Now the legs are starting to burn. Courtney, one of the strongest out there. It's not affecting her at all. Why? Because watch this turn right here. Bang, through the lip. And again, one more turn for Courtney, engaging those fins again, letting them slide. That's that squash tail that we talk about. Tim Stamps wants her to get that little bit more release in her turns. This one right here, though, this is where the bulk of the points will come from, that big opening carve.
Love those power hooks from Courtney Conlogue. She gets an 8-point ride and the lead.
Yeah, 8 points for that. Well deserved from Courtney Conlogue. Now she's starting to feel it. Her confidence is raised. Now she's going to, okay, back on track. A little bit of a stumble there in round number 1, but things are looking a lot better here. Same thing with Steph Gilmore. This is what the good ones, the top, you know, ranked surfers do. They have one stumble, they rectify it straight away, come back out and fire in the next heat. Yeah, that was amazing. You know, Carissa Moore's performance in Maui in the finals. And then Steph's here, so these girls are on fire.
Here comes Courtney, trying to improve on a 6.0. High line wrap. Now deep off the bottom. Big rip in the pocket for the Californian. She'll stretch out the roundhouse cutback, and she's got plenty of room on the inside. Nice tight jam. Here comes the wrap one more time. Trying to better a 6.0. She still has a lot left if this wave gives it to her. She'll throw another roundhouse. Here comes the finish for Conlogue. Clean snap, no mistakes. Now we're hitting the 5-minute warning, and there's going to be a lot more pressure on Isabella. Those boards are made really light to perform. Seems like these boards for tour surfers aren't really meant to last too long.
Well, that's the thing. If you get a good one, you want it to. Courtney looks like she's on a good one here at the moment. Back-to-back great maneuvers. You see the power she puts in with that back foot. She just plants it, sets those fins, and just a big wraparound cutback right there. So she's shown some variety. She's shown the combination of major maneuvers, speed, power, and flow. I mean, power being the key word here with Courtney Conlogue surfing. Now this wave looks like it's almost done, but she's going to stick with it, make sure she finishes off with a bang right there at the end. So Courtney Conlogue looking to replace that 6.0. I think she's done it with that exchange.
And you're very familiar with that Macaulay last name, Potts.
Yeah, you talk about nemesis. You know, he was definitely becoming one of them in my career, that's for sure.
Watching this one, Isabella trying to get a big comeback, enjoying an uncrowded lineup at Snapper, but you can see she's let out a big yell there. She wanted something out of that solid set wave, and she was left searching, and now she has less time to perform. Scores coming in for Conlogue, a 7.87 on her wave before. Nichols needs an 8.54, which is still keeping her in the game. Surfing a wave at Snapper with one other person out, that's impossible unless you're a championship tour surfer.
Oh yeah, unless you're Joel Parkinson or Mick Fanning, you know. I think pretty much even if there's 1,000 guys in the water, it feels like there's no one out.
Now finding a wave under priority is Isabella Nichols. She's going to go for broke here. Vertical climb. She'll search for the pocket again. High line wrap. Looking for something major. Late hit. She'll throw that end section away. Now catching up to Courtney Conlogue on the next wave. Straight up vertical. She's got a lot of energy. I have a feeling she's done something big out the back. Little layback down carve, and she'll slam that one shut out the back. So picking off a solid set wave on her way in. I think she's trying to feeding off the energy that Gilmore left in the water from that last heat.
Yep, she is fired up. Are we going to see the scoreline increase, Joe? That was a solid size wave. Let's have a look and see what happened out the back. So Courtney coming from behind the white water there, waiting for it to stand up. Draws down again. Now she comes off the bottom, straight up through the lip right there. And again, has to hit the gas to get around this section. Big Larry layback there. I love the way she used that hand there. Planted that hand in the water. Courtney Conlogue couple of quick maneuvers at the end of that one there. Is that better than the 7.87, Joe?
Well, we'll see what the judges think in a moment here. Even though we're running out of time, Courtney wants one more wave in this uncrowded lineup. We'll hear the horn sound, and we'll wait for the decision on the last couple scores from Isabella to Courtney Conlogue. Nichols was chasing an 8.54 at the end, but we're seeing Courtney improve, so she's looking safe to move into round 3.